No,
little brothers.
Yeah.
Okay, so you go and you meet the big brothers, and you're all cougars, right? Is that what they call cougars? From Coconut Creek High School. Okay.
Yeah.
And so now what happens is, day one, you go and you meet your little brother or little sister. Let's talk about what that's like.
I was so...
Whoops, everybody wants to get I can see it. Let's start over here.
I was so nervous, like, because I didn't know if we wouldn't click well or something like that. So when she came and we were talking, it was like we didn't know each other. So
how old is she?
She's 8.
Okay.
So she has like a bunch of questions. She's good. So we clicked well.
What's the first question she asked you?
How is high school? Like, how is it? Like, what do you do and stuff like that? She was very curious. And I was glad I was there to answer her questions, and she was very excited.
Great.
As well as I.
And the next question after, you know, was there a question you couldn't answer, or that was really, what should I say, troubling or revealing or something? How?
No. Not really. She really no.
No?
I can answer all of them.
Sorry, what?
I was able to answer all her questions.
Good. Okay.
Yeah.
And now, how often have you met with her?
Every Tuesday.
Every Tuesday.
Yeah.
And this has been for how long now already?
Since last year.
Last year. So
yeah.
you've been in these are now relationships that are many months old, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow. Okay. And that's again so critical, is it not? I mean, if we're thinking about anybody who's listening and says, "Gee, I'd like to be a mentor. It sounds like a great idea. I could put it on my resume." You've got to be in it for another reason, right?
Yeah.
I think you wanted to say what it was like. We're going to day one, meeting this person.
First meeting my little sister, I was really, really nervous because I'm naturally a shy person.
Yeah, I haven't noticed that so much now. Maybe your little sister has brought you out.
I was really nervous because I was worried about the same thing she was worried about. I was worried that me and her wouldn't get along.
Uh-huh.
But when we first met, we were both still really nervous because I think she's kind of shy too, because she didn't really ask me any questions, and we didn't really ask each other any questions other than the questionnaire sheet that we had. And from that point on, we've both opened up to each other a lot.
What's on the questionnaire sheet? Are there guide questions?
No, just typical questions like, what's your favorite color? What's your favorite TV show?
Maybe to break the ice, huh?
Yeah. And it's funny because on there, me and her had a bunch of different answers of different interests, and we act like we're already sisters.
Really?
I really do think of her as my little sister. I'm excited to see her every Tuesday.
Wow. And it's what, a half-hour session each time? Wow. Yeah. You can learn a lot very quickly, can't you?
Yes, you can.
Yeah, tell me about the first moment when you were there and looked up to, because that was what got you, right?
Well, I have a little brother. When we met, he was like iffy. Like,
really?
He was acting so rude. I'm like, oh my God.
Rude? What did he say to you?
He was like, why you here, blah, blah, this and that. I'm like, oh my gosh, why you coming at me like that? So, you know, I got to know him and he got to know me. And now every Tuesday he's excited to see me. When we are done, he's like, oh, can I get a hug? Bye. I'll see you next week. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
is it different having a little brother as opposed to a little sister?
It's different, but I grew up with boys because I'm the only girl out of 3 boys. So it's not that different from me.
And how old is your little brother?
I have a little brother. He's 11 years old.
No, I mean the one that you meant.
Oh, well, he's 7.
7.
He's in 3rd grade.
Okay, that's great. Super. Who else wants to talk about day one? Yes.
I'm the happy, energetic person. So my first day, I'm like, hi, how are you doing?
Hello.
And he goes, I don't know you like that. I got embarrassed, so I kind of shut down a little bit. And I was like, well, I'm here, you know, to be your big sister. I never had a little brother. I have 2 little sisters of my own. So having a little brother was different for me. I didn't know what to say or how to act, but we did the questionnaire sheet, and we have some interest, and then he kind of opened up because he was always shut down, always quiet.
Really? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So beyond what's your favorite color and what did you do last summer, you start opening up.
Yeah.
We'll talk about opening up and kinds of things that you've been able to hear and maybe the direction that you've been able to go. Who else wants to talk about day one, okay?
I was nervous on the ride over, and when I saw my little brother, I was literally, oh my God, I'm so happy to see you. And he's like, girl.
Is there a lesson in this? Is there a lesson in this to, like, cool him a little bit?
He's like, a little bit. Girl, you calm down. But he was shy at first. He was really shy, but he kind of opened up a little bit. At first, when we used to leave, I'd be like, come and give me a hug, and he'd run away.
Really?
But now he gives me hugs and stuff, so we're a little happy little family now.
So, persistence, huh?
Well, my first little is my little sister. I was excited to meet her, and I guess she was excited to meet me too, because when we were paired up, she ran and hugged me the first day, and it was like, oh my God. I was like, she's excited. Yes.
Yeah, it's all this vindication from your own children, or your own brothers and sisters rejecting you, huh?
I know.
Yeah, you must have felt, boy, is that, well, we'll get to that. What I'm getting is, they validate you, don't they? I mean, they make you feel good. It's a positive, it works both ways, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about day one again. Day one.
Well, she was really shy too because she was quiet. She wouldn't say much, and but after a while, I would ask her questions and how she's doing, what she does on the weekends, and she will talk. Now she talks more and tells me. So
Okay, super. And you?
On day one, I was really excited, but I wasn't like over the top or nothing. When I got to see him, I was like, oh my gosh, he's kind of like me. We kind of grew up the same, and I wanted to know a lot about him, like all at once. And then he was like, okay, too many questions, you're not playing 21 now. And then I found out that we had a lot in common, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so happy I joined this.
Super. Who hasn't, did you tell me about day one?
No.
Okay, let's go.
Day one, I was very curious about it. I was like, okay, like you never know what to expect. You don't know how your little's gonna react to you or anything. But when I did meet her, she was like, hey, how are you? What's your name? You know, it was just introducing each other. We were doing little questionnaire thingies. And like we had a lot in common, like with as far as foods and, you know, TV shows or whatever. But we just, we would kind of drift off the questionnaire. Like we'd just start talking about random stuff, things we like, other things we dislike. You know, I think we clicked right then and there. Like everything worked out.
What were your little brothers and little sisters told about you, if anything, beforehand? Are they told who's coming or what to expect or anything?
No,
it's pretty much on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
On the other side. All right, let's go now to this half hour every week, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's now been many months.
Yeah.
Okay, well over a year, right? So let's talk about the kinds of things that you have shared with your little brothers and little sisters, the kinds of things that you've had to listen to and give advice about. Because I think it was mentioned before, these can be academic or personal or whatever. Let's talk about the kinds of things that have come up during those sessions. Who'd like to start? Okay.
Well, when they changed my, when they changed my little from a little girl to a little boy, because my little girl, she moved away.
Mm-hmm.
So I got a little boy, and it was during the time of the Haiti crisis, and we were supposed to write a letter to make a card for Haiti, a nice card. And when I started talking to him, he said that he doesn't like Haiti, doesn't like any Haitians at all. So we were getting into like, why don't you like them? What happened? And he went into his personal story of them, some Haitians messing with his brothers, and that's why he doesn't like them. So I had to tell him that you can't just pick one person out of the whole bunch and criticize the entire crowd. You can only judge that one person, not the entire community or country, right? So that's what I had to influence him on and tell him that this is not right. This is not something you do.
And did he see what you were saying? Did he?
He actually understood, and the best that I could get out of him was to say good luck. That's what he said. He said, tell him good luck.
Tell him good luck.
Yes.
Wow, so that was on the card.
Yes.
And had that not been the case, he would have been stuck into his negativity towards Haitians.
I think so.
Wow, super.